Hey FlatsClass YouTube, it's Captain CA here. I've got a little trip I want to share with you. I invited Captain Brian Chamberlain last week to come fishing with me the day after a cold front, and it's bluebird and pretty chilly this morning as well. But we fished like day 2, 3 after the cold front as it started to warm up, and boy, the fish just turned on. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about it after you watch a little bit of this video. We're going to talk about how water temperature really fires up the bite. You go watch some of this footage, and I'm going to fix these turkey decoys here because I think some bobcat kittens back here have been coming into these decoys and tearing them up. Just about ripped the face off that one. It's that time of year. Go watch the fishing. I'll be back in a few. This episode of FlatsClass YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring.
Just needed the one that was calm and relaxed.
Well, and like you said, these fish in this one stretch, they're looking for something. After you saw the one predate that, whatever that was, a shrimp or a crab, made this one way easier. It's all about finding the warm water, really. Find the warm water, find the fish.
Where it's easy to pull, it warms up there quicker.
Right. He did not hesitate, or she, or...
No hesitation on that fish.
He went crazy. This is, what, day 2 after the super cold?
Yes.
So it was below freezing with 40-degree water temperatures 3 days ago, and now we're getting a few fish. Little the deal minnow, slim swims, and get some reds. Back you go.
And under the boat. How many redfish go under the boat when you release them? I'd say probably 80%.
Yeah, they feel comfortable there. They feel comfortable there. Oh, there's a, I can't tell if these are bodies in here or not.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I see them now. See one right there.
I'm gonna hold it right here.
That's the one body that's bigger than all the other bodies in the mullet group.
It should be lights out here.
That one was right in the kisser, so to speak. Right in the kisser. Oh, beautiful fish.
Hold up. Pretty.
Gorgeous. This kind of day when you have crystal clear water and the skies are kind of blue today. Little baits, ultralight rod and reel setup here.
Back up here.
Yeah.
Big snook.
Easing out.
Yeah. I want to mess him up. Maybe get a shot after this.
Yeah, pretty fish here. Gosh, all these fish are in those, they're all slots. Every one of them's a slot. Ooh, they're ice cold, Brian.
I was going to say, they're starting to thaw out, but that water is still cold.
They are still ice cold.
Again, no hesitation on that fish.
Not a one. Not a one. That's just 15 pound fluorocarbon on some 8-pound braid.
Yeah, he is a little better than I thought.
A little fatter than I thought he was too. Like my wife's been feeding him. What? You get up to about noontime, gets a lot easier. Water's a lot warmer.
Sleep in and enjoy your nice warm bed.
That's right, you're right. Gentlemen start. Banker's hours. Wintertime fishing.
Fish from like a half hour ago.
It's just, they needed like a little bit more of that. That's all they needed, was a little bit more of that. Yeah. I think we put you on the bow with the fly rod and see if we can get one on fly.
Oh, you want to waste some time?
I don't mind you wasting your time. I say, because the conditions are right for you to get them, and it's starting to warm up. I mean, before when it was a little higher and it was a little colder, maybe no, but right now,
Your call, sir.
I say we do it. You know, because this is more about a temperature deal right now than it is anything else. It's all about the temperature. It's amazing what 2 degrees does in water temperature. And then yesterday it's probably up 4 or 5 degrees. When you have a spike like that where it starts to trend up, that's big. Yeah, that fish there's 29 inches. That is a big red sub. Look how thick he is.
Straight up charging the bait.
Oh yeah, they want to eat. They want to eat.
It's like they haven't eaten since before the cold front. And today's the day.
Yeah, that is a good one there. Oh, can you get my hand around this one, Chief?
Got a good one. There you go, nice.
Bang him in the head. Look at that fish there. Whoa. That is a biggie. Yeah, I say we stake and switch up, put you on the bow.
Yep, I got push pole in the mud.
All right, off you go. Right under the pole.
I thought he was gonna clunk it.
We're in the sweet spot. You see the one snook that's out there at your 10 o'clock on the other side of the hole, that dark spot?
Yeah, I see. That one, right?
Yep. Can you reach him?
I can reach it.
The big red coming to him. See the big red?
Got a wind tunnel going.
Yeah, big red right there. He just ate something. That's gonna get him. Come on, baby. Come on, see it. He sees it. He's moving on it. Oh, he shied off. He shied off. Yeah, I thought he was gonna drill it. That was a stud, and he just ate something. He ate like a little snapping shrimp or something on the bottom. I mean, he rolled over and popped something, and then he was hot on your bait. I thought he was gonna eat that fly. That's the cast you need right there. Keep swimming. Keep swimming. Keep swimming. Right on him. Come on. See it. Follow it. He sees it. He's got it. Oh, yes. Did you see how many times he missed it? He missed it twice.
All right. Third time's the charm.
Well done. You know, and that's kind of the key to wintertime fishing, is being able to have the ability to throw flies or throw very, very diminutive size soft baits because these fish are so aware of their surroundings, because you've got lower tides this time of year, and you've got cooler water temperatures, and you have crystal clear conditions. Both blue skies and the water clarity is like unreal right now. You could read the date off a dime in about 5 feet of water right now. That's how clean it's.
Seeing the bait like 10 feet away.
They can see it a long way. So you'll notice even the presentations that Brian and I are making are good distance from the actual fish, and we're bringing it to the fish and letting them discover it.
That's the key.
That is key.
Yeah, if you force it, it never happens.
Yep.
You like that maneuver?
Yeah, that was pretty slick. Some of your best stuff. That's a healthy one. You made it look easy. Made it look easy.
I did mess up a couple times. Definitely ingested it.
Oh yeah, he hammered it.
That's a nice
fish.
Nature Coast special there.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're thinking. You're wishing you could throw a fly rod like Brian Chamberlain. Hell, everybody does. This guy's amazing. Watch this. He's gonna see it. Nope. The other one's still looking. He's tailing almost. There he goes. He got it. Look at all the redfish in front of you.
I know, I see that. Try to pull them out this way.
All right, I'm gonna push us back in, or back out. I mean.
Down in that hole, like, oh, we're just gonna hang out there. Get out of the hole.
I don't want to spook the. Look at that. Yeah, that one there, boy.
Something about being patient, repositioning. I've done it at, in Tampa Bay in the sand. I'll see they're running a line.
I think Tampa Bay has made both of us the anglers we are today. Because if you can catch fish in Tampa Bay, you can catch fish anywhere in the country. Those fish are so spent from being chummed, from being run over, from just the sheer population density fishing them 7 days a week. If you can catch them in Tampa Bay, you go anywhere else.
It's a cakewalk.
Oh man, it's like a right-handed layup, dude. It's a right-handed layup. I'm just trying to get us away from them.
No, that's the right thing to do.
And then you can get down there and we can take our time. I mean, again, here's another perfect example. You see the birds where they want to wade in here, and they're on a shoreline that's out of the wind, because back here you can see all the texture on the surface, but up in here you see how slick it is. That water just, the heat is magnified in that type of water.
I was doing a disservice to this guy, and
yeah, he's a lot bigger than you thought, huh?
I was yanking him in a little bit premature. The other one's like 6 inches bigger than this guy.
This is still a good looking fish, man. Really good looking fish.
Still coming.
That's quite the move you've mastered there.
When you're wading, it's tough, so you gotta. That's a chunker there.
Oh man, he's
I dropped the line.
He's a good one. I was going to count him as a catch anyway, whether you lost him or not. Man.
Can't see where he is now.
Well, he's
Chunky one
hard to
there,
lose
boss.
that one. He's big, gorgeous fish.
Big orange pecks on him.
Oh yeah. Great job. Fishing action, pretty hot, even though it was pretty cool outside. All right, naturally, there's a lot of factors that have to be accounted for and weighed in on to have a good day of fishing like we're having here. Number one, do not start too early. Absolutely do not start too early. We didn't even hit the water that day until after 9 o'clock in the morning. And that was more for our benevolence than anything else, so we could figure out where the fish might want to be, give ourselves time to pattern the fish. And as usual, they do follow a pattern. They were in the lee coves that were completely protected from wind on 3 sides. And in some of those shots, you could see those mangroves just swinging wildly. It was windy that day. This was like I'm thinking it was day 3, if I recall, after the front. And we had water temps that were right at 50 degrees a few days prior to this. And then they started to come up. And when we saw them starting to come up, that's when we decided to go get them. So when we first arrived to the first flat that morning, we were probably seeing water temps in the high 50s. By 3 o'clock that afternoon on, a few of those fish, we were seeing water temps that were like 63 degrees, 62, 63 degrees. That's a 5-degree uptick. And that will catch you some fish. We focused on the shorelines that were baked with sun. We focused on shorelines that had rock that would heat up faster and dark mud, not as much grass. And then the fish themselves will tell you whether they're becoming active or not. Instead of just laying there like frozen fish sticks, they start to move around and swim around. And every once in a while, you'll see one eat a little snapping shrimp or pop off a crab. Those were our clues. Now, of course, the tackle was Captain Chamberlain was throwing fly gear, and I was throwing some of the stuff that I get a lot of success with, which is like the bug stuff that's very small, or the Z-Man Ned stuff, very small, and long leader links. I'm using 4-foot, 15-pound fluorocarbon leader links in many cases, and only 8-pound braid, so I can get nice long casts to a safe zone and then work these baits up to these fish. Now with the fly rod, when you have the skills that Chamberlain has, you're able to sit there and drive the fly and lay it out nice and soft, a presentation that does not spook the fish with suspending flies, and these fish, well, you saw, they really crushed them. But that's the key. Start later, smaller lures. Keep track of the water temperature. Even if you're in a kayak, bring one of those pool thermometers with you. That way you know where the warm water is. Fish the hot shorelines, the ones that see the most sun. Fish muddy bottoms, rocky bottoms. That's what we did. All right, I'm gonna send you guys back to the action and we'll wrap this up in a few minutes.
You got it! Oh man.
Good spot on that fish, dude. That's what you're not barely see him.
You do good work, my friend. Do good work. Really good work. Do good work. And he was sitting there head into the tide, warming up. I mean, you can see how this bank here is just baked with sun. And,
his darker color helped me a lot.
yeah, and
Pale like some of the other ones.
yeah, and this time of year, you know, the ones that are soaking up the radiation like that do get darker, and they're easier to see. Much easier to see. Pretty cool. We needed to stick one in this little corner because it looked good. Getting underneath the keel. There's not much keel on this boat.
No, not much.
Not much. It's flat.
Come on, buddy. Go around there. Now he's going to go under the front.
He turned on that pretty quick. Hard to beat that presentation.
No.
Very hard to beat.
It looks natural. They'll tend to eat it pretty good.
Well, hopefully the one thing you take away from this video is the fact that you got to pay attention to water temperature if you want to catch fish in January and February. This was a really bad cold front where we had temperatures in the 30s for several days. And 3 days later, after it started to bump back up just a little bit, and you're looking at your electronics and you could see that it was bumping up, fishing later in the day, well, that's how you get a bite like we had. If you like what you see here at FlatsClass YouTube and you're learning things, subscribe, tell your friends. It's our job to make you a better angler.